Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Brianna. I'm co-captain of 2019's gold medal winning Team USA Women's Dodgeball, and today I have a reaction video. So I'm gonna watch a game and kind of react to what's happening and do a little bit of commentary on it. This is actually a match that I'm in. I wanted to do one where I was last in versus multiple opponents to kind of talk through some strategies with last in. I did a video on being last in and some tips, but I think some of the strategy aspects are very game specific, so I figured what better way to kind of talk through those than in an actual game. So today I'm going through, it's USA versus Australia in round robin at the 2019 Worlds, and it's our match right after the half ends. So at this point in the game, Australia is up by 1 point. It's a 4v3, it's very close. And this is the last game of round robin, and so both teams really want to win this because it would really help their seeding. Right now, US was undefeated at this point, and we were sitting in first place, and I believe Australia was in third or fourth, and so top four advances to the elimination, and so obviously both teams want to win this. So let's jump right into the game.
Okay, so they just show the lineups here. Skip past this. Okay. Oh, I skipped too far. Here we go. Okay, so getting ready to do the opening rush of the second half. And let's see what happens here. Ready, go. Okay. And nobody went forward on the opening rush. Australia didn't even try, and we had a really bad pass. So Australia's throw, they have advantage and miss. Now we're calling a play really quick. Everyone needs to get up to the line. Kind of all over the place right there. Okay, so Australia's throw. And, oh, she switches with me. Okay. Oh, that was a good, so their right corner threw, and I was literally winding up to counter her, and this girl right here, number 5, ended up taking a quick shot on me just to stop me from countering. So that was good. They ended up getting an out there. So now we have 4, calling a play. And you'll see this girl right here. She's really pushing the line, and her goal is to kind of bait a ball at her. Since she's so far up in front of the rest of the team, it's like trying to force us to throw at her, or she might even trade. But oh, she took a counter there. Now they gave us 5 balls. They're playing really aggressive here, trying to throw us off, I think. And yeah, she just did it. She just got up at the line, ended up trading, but definitely we didn't want to trade there because now it's a 4v5. Okay, and it's Australia's ball because they have more players. Let's see. Oh, and Rachel got out there. So now it's a 4v3. And so really quick, like strategy-wise, I'm play calling in this. I'm usually the play caller, and for me, seeing the scenario, I can already guess what is probably going to happen. When we're down 3 to 5 like this, I'm only going to throw 1 ball. I mean, we're playing at the highest level, so I'm very confident in all of the arms that are in on the court. I'm confident in our defensive ability, and so what I'm going to try and do is call us 1 throw at a time and slowly pick off Australia and get it down to a 3v3, and then start mixing it up and throwing 2 sometimes, throwing 1 sometimes. The other reason I'm doing this is because it only gives them 3 balls on offense, and because we still have 3 people in, they're more likely to only throw 1 ball at us than risk throwing 2. So then another reason is because all 3 of us will then have a ball on defense to protect ourselves, and we're all really good blockers, so it makes it that much harder to get us out. So I'm trying to play the slow game here to slowly come back in here. So let's see who throws. Okay, yep, threw 1, and now pass the ball over, and Australia's throw. So I'm pretty sure they're going to only throw 1 here. If I was them, yeah, I would only throw 1. Okay, so now again, we have 4 balls. I'm probably only going to call 1 person to throw. And let's see who it's going to be. Boom. Okay, nice hit by Kate. So now 4-3, we just got us a little bit closer. Again, we're probably going to stick to throwing 1 a little bit longer until we get one of them out. As long as we're hitting, like the second try we hit somebody. Now if we had 3, 4, 5 throws where we're throwing a single and we're not hitting anybody, then we're kind of forced to throw 2 because throwing 1 isn't working, but we got a hit on the second try, so I'm feeling confident still in throwing 1. So let's see. Oh, miss, and again, so we all have balls on defense. Makes it a lot harder to get us out, and they're probably only going to throw 1. Yeah, if I was them, I would only throw 1. And we pushed the line a little bit there to get them to back up. And here we go. Boom. Oh, I got Alex Young out right there. Oh, by the way, that's me. I don't know if I said that before. Okay, so now it's a 3v3. Now we kind of open up what we can do offensively. So now we might throw 2, or we might stick to throwing 1 because throwing 1 was working. So let's see. Boom. Okay, so that was definitely a mistake. They threw it 2 different people. I don't know who was supposed to throw, but either I called both of them to throw and they misheard who the target was, or I only called one of them to throw and somebody else threw who wasn't supposed to, because you don't want to throw at 2 separate people. Really, obviously it didn't work. I mean, it works sometimes, but in this case, it's too close of a game to do that. So now we'll have to throw, which means our middle player isn't going to have a ball in defense. Make it a little bit easier to get them out. So here we go, going up the throw. Miss, good protection. And yet here we go. So I would not be surprised if they go for her because she doesn't have a ball. And when you have good blockers like Kate and I, it's not like worth it. But boom, okay. So there was a little collision there, and so Kate couldn't really move for the second ball, and that was a good shot by their left corner, Carolyn Lee, because she saw that Kate was in a bad spot and got her on the delay throw. So now we have 2 balls to work with. Let's see if we throw 2. Nope. Nope. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, so the first ball she threw went super high, and I probably, she was only supposed to throw 1. By throwing the second one, after you have a really bad throw like that, like, it happens, but usually it's better to just sit on the second ball because, yeah, both her throws went really high, and now we only have 2 balls, which means they have 4 balls. They're probably going to throw 2 here. And it looks like they're going to target the left corner. That was a little too obvious from them, but they still got her. Okay, so now I'm last in versus 3. We really need to win this game. So I've identified that their left corner is my biggest threat. That's their best, Australia's best, like, all-around player, meaning she has the best arm on the court right now. She's a really good blocker, and she's not afraid to go for catches. So she's my biggest threat, especially in the no blocking scenario, because she's so quick and agile. She's going to be hard to get out. So I want to try and get her out as early as possible. However, because she is going to be such a hard out, I'm probably going to target one of these 2 on the right side of the screen. Most likely the middle player, since she's not going to have a ball most of the time on defense. I would imagine they're going to be throwing 2 balls at me, even if they only have 3 balls on offense. And then for me, I'm only going to throw them until they get 3 balls on their side. I'm not throwing them so they have 4. I don't want to give them that extra ball in defense. I want to force them to have to throw 2 at me and only have 1 ball on defense. And the only time I would break that rule is if she left herself open. If she leaves herself open, I'm going to take whatever time I have to get a couple shots off and try and get her out when she doesn't have a ball. So yeah, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pass that ball to the shagger so I don't have to worry about it. And I'm lining up, and I'm probably, I went for the right corner to keep her honest. I saw that she was getting close, and I'm basically throwing at her to say, hey, if you get too close to me, if you try and charge me, I will take a shot on you. I'm not afraid to throw across court. So did that, kept her honest, but didn't hit anybody and stayed in. These floors were so hard to slide on. You can see I didn't even move. And again, I'm going to try and go for one of the ones without a ball. I went for the middle. And now she left herself open. So yeah, I'm going to try and get her. And looking at this now, I should have thrown the second ball. But because I didn't have a second ball in and the shaggers were taking too long to get it to me, I didn't want to leave myself open. But now watching the video, I can clearly see I could have taken that second shot and not had to worry before I got another ball. So I took another shot late. But again, I have 3 balls on defense. I'm not giving them 4. I'm going to force them to give me 5 balls. Just like that. They gave me 5 balls. Using the clock, so they're not pushing the line. So I'm taking my time going up there. And boom, I got her going high. So now it's a 1v2. It's a little more manageable. And boom, I did another cross because she was pushing up pretty close to me. You could see I wasn't even like at the neutral zone line when I threw it around here. So now in this case, I'm gonna try and get her out as soon as possible, but if it doesn't work, like if I keep missing or whatever, I'll probably switch it up and eventually go for her, but this will be my top target right here to try and get her out. So let's see. And again, they're giving me 5 balls every time, so I get 2 throws, and I'm going for her, just like I said. And again, I actually, on defense, I'm over here, but on offense, I move over so I have a straight shot on her. It's the least amount of distance for the throw, versus on defense, I consider her the better arm. Not that this player has a bad arm, she has a good arm too, but I consider her the better arm, so I'm staying on this side of the court, so she has a longer throw to throw at me, so I'm more likely to be able to block it without an issue. Okay, and now I have 4 balls, and you can see I'm going back to this. I'm going to switch it up because I haven't hit her for like 3 throws. And now she doesn't have a ball, and I'm going to play quick, and I miss. I'm so close though. But man, she's leaving herself open, and it's missed opportunities for me not hitting her. But I'm not super off target. I'm kind of getting there. And again, they're going to throw 2. They're going to keep themselves with 1 ball in offense. They're not going to leave themselves without a ball. At least they shouldn't. And so again, I'm going to try and go for her again. I'm going to line up. I would never throw a cross court at her. She is too good of a catcher. That would just be me asking to get out. So again, I'm lining up with who I'm throwing at. I'm not hiding who I'm throwing at. And I'm mixing it up here because again, I missed her. But then she was able to get a quick throw. But I was just getting a little frustrated because I was just slightly off target with her a bunch of times. So I was trying to switch it up. And again, lining up on defense, staying in. And now she doesn't have a ball again, so I'm quickly going to try and get it to her. And honestly, she should have kept that ball and pushed up on me instead of passing it. But she ended up getting it to her in time, so I wasn't able to get 2 fast shots off. And now they're calling a rush, but I called a timeout. I needed a break. You know, it's deceivingly exhausting to be last in when, especially against multiple people, like 1v1, you're both exhausted, but they had 3 people in at one point, and so they could kind of pass around who's throwing and when to charge, when not. I'm the only one being thrown at. I'm the only one throwing, and it can really catch up to you fast. So we needed this game, and I felt confident I could win it, so we decided to call a timeout. My coach was actually asking me if I wanted the timeout, and if I felt like I wasn't doing well or I wasn't confident, I might have said no, but I was feeling good about it. So let me skip past the timeout. Looks like right here, pumping up the crowd. Okay, we had a lot of USA fans there, so I was just pumping them up, and here we go. So I'm switching it up. I'm going to try and get the player on the right side out just because I was really struggling to get her, and I'm like, if I can just get her out and get a 1v1, then we can just have all day to try and get each other. So again, I'm mostly lining up to her, and boom, I think it probably hit her finger on the block. So here we go, 1v1, feeling confident, but again, I'm throwing these pretty low so that she can't catch them, because she is ready for the catch because she doesn't have a ball. And now again, so I slowed down here. I didn't need to play fast. She was in a defensive position. She's ready. And I'm going to pump fake so that she hesitates to counter me. She still does a quick counter. And my throw now. And here, at this point, I don't care if I throw 2, as long as I have 1 ball on defense. So if she goes without a ball, I would throw 2 at her. Okay, and again, I'm using the full time. And here's where I think she made a mistake. In my eyes. Maybe she doesn't think so. But she went low here, and she's clearly in a defensive position. She's making it very obvious that she's not going to throw at me. She might do a quick counter after, but she's not going to throw while I'm throwing. And so that allows me to get a full windup on this throw because I know that she's not going to throw while I'm throwing. She might throw directly after, but not while I'm throwing. And then I end up getting her because a part of that is probably because I'm able to take a full windup. And now the great thing is we're super pumped. Everyone's pumped that we won that game. It's now 4-4, and we have the momentum, and it's our game. And so yeah, you see, she clearly isn't going to throw at me, so I'm able to have a full wind up. So it's not that I was doing the same thing when I was on defense, so I can't say that I wasn't making a mistake there. I definitely was. But it's different when you're 1v1 versus 1v2, 1v3, because pump faking doesn't really matter. It just kind of leaves you open. But when you're last in, I will definitely like to pump fake a little bit more. But I think that really helped me be able to get her out on that throw.
I hope you found this video interesting. Again, I picked a game that I was in because I wanted to be able to talk a little strategy, and I kind of know how I think and how I play, so I was able to do that here. However, I'm totally happy to react to a video that I'm not actually in, maybe an interesting game or an exciting game, or one that never had commentary that you'd love for some commentary to be added to it. Let me know in the comments. If there's a link to it, drop a link, or if you tell me the name of the game that I can easily search on YouTube, I'll definitely add it to my list of games to react to. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, drop a comment with any other dodgeball topics you'd like me to cover, and I'll see you guys next week.